Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to cover TIA. It's a coin that many members requested. However, the problem I have with this coin is it's just an extremely short chart history. So from an Elliott wave point of view, to be honest, from any general TA point of view, technical analysis point of view, there isn't very much you can do with this chart because the chart history is so short. However, we can identify the trend. We can identify, let's say, a wave pattern that at least gives us some levels to watch for risk management. And we can also project some targets to the upside, okay? But it's not very predictive because of the short chart history and the failure of so far having created a 5-wave pattern, which will be something like a, let's say a landmark on the chart. We just don't have that on this chart yet. It's just not long enough. That doesn't mean it's bearish or anything. No, it's actually quite bullish. It's quite strong. But there's literally not much I can do here. Still, though, because of many requests, I'm happy to give you some levels and give you my opinion about this chart. Now, it's possible that we are in the wide wave count, which is a 5-wave pattern to the upside. Okay, so on this chart, we have a potential wave 1 that peaked here in November, a wave 2 to the downside. Wave 3 is likely still unfolding. Wave 4 would be next, and then wave 5 is still to come. This is the bullish perspective. In a, let's say, not necessarily bearish, but certainly less clear perspective, you could say that's a bearish alternative. The price has not formed a 1, 2, 3 with 4, 5 to come, but only an A, B, C structure. After a C wave, many coins fail. So it will be up to the bulls to show that in any pullback, they can hold a higher low, which will be the wave 4 support area. As I said, this is not very predictive, so we really have to, all we can do is use DTA at this stage to identify levels, and if they break, we know, okay, we likely topped in a 3-wave structure. I see this, if we are in the white count, it has to be a diagonal pattern. I don't see a clearly impulsive pattern, so it would be possible, but I don't have a reliable micro count. Again, chart history too short, but from what I can see, I would argue we might have seen here an A wave. This could be B, and the wave C is currently unfolding from a micro count point of view. And in this structure, what would be the targets? I mean, if this is the 3rd wave really, then we can use the Fibonacci extensions to measure potential target levels. The first minimum expectation that we would have for a C wave is the 100% extension level. And I think we've broken above that level. Let me just bring that onto the chart. I think we've broken above that. That level was $16.96. So I'll take that off again, but that was already reached. We're now at $18.34. Therefore, the next main level to watch is $22.61. Above that level, $26.94. That would be very relevant, a very relevant one, especially for a 3rd wave, but also a C wave can stretch to that level. And then possibly even $35.99. Sometimes it makes sense to add the 1.5 extension as well. It's not such a common one, but occasionally they react to these. Just putting that onto the chart because the 1.38 and the 1.618 are quite far away from each other. But if the price pushes above today's high, which was at around $20, the $22.61 level and then $26.94 are the next targets. Typically, the 1.38 extension at $26.94, that would be an ideal target for a 3rd wave. Really an ideal target. The further extensions always possible, but that would be ideal. And then a wave 4 pullback should happen then, but I cannot give you a support zone for wave 4 at this stage because we haven't even topped in wave 3. So really only once we have topped in wave 3, I can really give you I can give you a support level now, but we cannot really lock it until the price is topped in a 3rd wave. So because we are likely in a diagonal, I would have to use as well the golden ratio, the 61.8 retracement level, even though the 50% is the more relevant one for me. So ideally, the wave 4, whenever it starts, does not break below the 50% retracement level. Again, bear in mind, this is only a support level that is pretty much flexible. still has to move depending on what the price does. If the price pushes higher, which I currently expect at least to 22.61 would be ideal, then the support zone will have to move with the price, and you can see how all these levels then increase. But critical is going to be, well, yeah, $10. Ideally, we don't break below that level. That would be quite weak. But for a diagonal, we have to sometimes expect the 61.8 retracement level as well. In this case, 852. Below 852, I have to assume that the price topped in a three-wave structure. And that will make the chart uncertain, because any three-wave top, it can turn into anything, can lead to new bear market lows, can lead to a larger ABC structure, could turn into a triangle. So that always makes the chart difficult. At the moment, the chart respects here these trend lines. I think we can watch the trend channel going forward, especially if it's a diagonal. Yeah, and these are all the levels we can really talk about only. You know, the only other thing that we could do is to take the length of the A wave that I've got here, go to the low of the B wave, and see if we can find any confluence with other levels. So probably not the way I see it. And here, I mean, the next relevant ones, it's the 1-to-1 ratio, the 100% extension level. That's at $29.33. So I put that onto the chart here. It's $29.33. It's just an additional level to watch potentially for. But then there is not much more to add. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.